Welcome to another episode of Crypto Cliff Notes. We have another episode with a CNFT project with the Space Pugs. We got the creators with us today. Super excited about this. They have a lot going on. They have actually an upcoming drop that they're going to be talking about in this video. So if you guys are excited, please subscribe, like, and make sure you guys get in their community because they have a lot of stuff going on. And I'm super excited for you guys to hear from them yourselves. So Adam, Hughes, how you guys doing today?
Oh, I'm doing really good. Pleasure to finally meet you, and we've been chatting a lot in the DMs. So yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you guys, and thanks for having us on here. It's a pretty busy week, a super exciting week as we come up to our poker club collection. But yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. And it's been busy. It's been a wild couple of months, and we're getting towards the end. That's pretty exciting. Just we're ready, you know. Bring on Mint Day, and yeah, thanks for having us. This is my first interview, so this is exciting for me.
Wow. So you get to deal with the Crypto Cliff Notes again. That's amazing. We're excited for that one. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about you guys. Your background, what got you guys into, crypto and NFTs, and what got you creating the project that you guys did, Space Pugs.
Oh God, where do we start? It's been 6 months, it feels like 6 years. So I jumped into CNFTs in January, straight into like Bosscat Rocket Club, Chilled Kongs, Clays, the usual suspects. And then was just, navigating the waters, buying, selling, flipping, holding, doing everything you can do with CNFTs because I'm a proper like poker head, degen at heart. I love risk. I just love to have fun. And then kind of let's zoom past, all the minting, flipping, everything. I came across Space Pugs. I'm like, this looks like a fun project to make some money, mint 10, get some more from the airdrop and probably on my way to the next project. Then I got chatting to Mike, who was the founder, and we became really close. And I jumped on and became a moderator for him. And then I was helping out in the chat, creating really good community engagement, lots of games. And then I actually became an admin, so I could help out even more with XP and some of the stuff behind the scenes. And then we went through the mint, which was on April 23rd. We did the whitelist mint, which was pretty much sold out. We had about 100 left. And then we did the public mint. And then straight after the public mint, one of the founders, he basically left with half the money, which was awful because this happened when I was asleep. I woke up in the morning. I'm like, we're at a 140 floor. It's like 80. I'm like, what happened? And then I heard what happened. And Mike was distraught. I said, dude, I will step up and partner with you. And he's like, okay, let's do it. So from that point on, we basically worked our butts off. I decided to create a whole new look for the project, different utility. I really wanted to create a project, kind of like, imagine a DAO, but not a DAO. Basically, we have a bunch of money. We basically invest in projects, and then we give money back to the holders instead of just kind of sitting on the money and not really doing anything with it. So that was the vision, but we didn't have any money in the project, So I was like, okay, we need another mint. So we decided to do the box mint, which would have been coming up around now. This was to raise funds to kind of, to follow through on my vision. And on this journey, we created lots of utility with a top 7/7 club and just loads and loads of utility. I'm not going to go into it all because we'll be talking for half an hour because I am the utility after all. So basically, what happened on this journey was I stumbled across a Discord, Cardano Cards Club, and I'm like, starting hands. I'm like, okay, you had me at Cardano Cards Club. I'm like, this looks terrific. So I got chatting with Hughes. I'm like, let's jump on a call. I'm like, I'm interested in what you're doing here, man. So we had a call, and we basically decided to kind of form one kind of project. So Cardano Cards Club came over and became Space Pugs Poker Club, and we got 15 other projects involved to create a huge partnership. And we've got all these starting hands with Yetis, with Mad Dogs, etc. And yeah, Hughes has created the best artwork you can ever imagine. I mean, you've seen some of them. They're really cool. And we're going to have our own platform in the future. There's going to be loads of utility built into the project, and I'll take a breath.
Thank
my journey's been a little bit different, actually. So I've been, a full-time artist for the last 8 years. I moved to Switzerland and I opened up my own art gallery. And then that's when I started hearing about NFTs, and I kind of thought, okay, this might be a fad. I'll look into it. And what really, really got me hooked is the way that artists could use them at first, being an artist, right? If you sell your painting and then 5 years down the line, someone sells your paintings, you get nothing. And so that really, really hooked me, the idea of like, well, we've just solved a problem for artists, like a really huge problem. And then I just went further and further down the rabbit hole. And I've always loved poker. And then it's like that, and now we're here. And it's been really, really wild ride.
It's awesome, man. It's pretty cool how you can just take your daily life and just throw it into something and create an income, create a lifestyle, and create, a community behind it. I think it's awesome to see, guys, already doing the things that you were already doing before, and now you're just doing it even more and now getting paid for it. So that's super exciting. And now you guys got a great project behind you. So, Pat, I'll let you get the next one.
How long have you guys been in crypto in general?
Since January. So
NFTs were your first before even like actual like tokens and all?
Yeah. I've kind of looked around it the last year or so, but I was always, because before crypto, I spent my whole life as a figure skater. So basically my whole life, do I have skates here? I don't have skates. My whole life, I was an ice skater for 20 years, traveling the whole world, like Disney on Ice, Royal Caribbean, like loads of ice shows. And then I switched to inline skating. And then I did like Britain's Got Talent, Romania's Got Talent, Poland's Got Talent, Cirque du Soleil. Like that was kind of my life. So I was just, whatever I do, this will not surprise you, but whatever I do, I'm all in and I have to be the best. I can't help it. It's just the way I'm built, So I was just all in. And then I kind of started seeing some crypto stuff. And I'm like, I need to get on this. So I started researching over Christmas, and then I was on holiday in Tenerife, which is a Canary Island, and I came across a YouTuber, funny looking guy, bald, called Block is Hot, and I started watching his videos, and he only had 70 subs, but there was something about this guy, and I watched his videos. I'm like, CNFTs, I've got to jump into these. So that's when I went home and I just went all in, and it's literally been every day. All day, every day. It's just been, it's almost
addicting.
It's addictive, and that's just when you're on that side of the table. As soon as you become a founder, it's a whole different ball game, because you can just have an idea and you can just implement it. Like I'll be on the computer, I'll have an idea. I'm like, oh, we can create utility for that. Write it, it's done. And people get excited. It's fun, it's magic. For me, it's almost like I feel like this is what I was born to do. And I had to have lived my life up to 41 to now have the knowledge and the confidence to be able to just have something and just run with it. And I'm not always right. I might go, okay, let's do this. And I put it out there and I'll watch the chat and I'll see how it's being received, and most of the time, people are super excited. And occasionally it's like, oh, it could have been like this. And someone's like, yeah, that would have been better. And I'm like, I go back, I'm like, they're right. And I quickly change it, put it out there, because I listen to the community. When I decided to become part of a project, and I always wanted to have my own project, and I kind of tripped into Space Pugs, and now it's my project. Well, our project, but I'm the CEO, so it's kind of mine. It's my decisions at the end of the day. What I always, oh God, I've lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought, man. That's the first time that's happened. That's the first time that's happened. You'll have to go to the next question. I'll come back to that.
No, you're good. You're good. No, it's true though. It's true. Like, when you as a founder, you have your community, it really does help, because especially being, the person you are and allowing your community to have a say, and, the way that the project's going, that in itself allows the project to thrive just as much, But yeah, so on top of, you guys being in crypto, tell us more into Space Pugs, the original collection, because I know that was the first collection you guys came out with. Can you guys tell us when it came out, the price that it came out at, and some of the benefits, the holder benefits that you get for having these pugs?
Yeah, 100%. So the collection minted on April 23rd. The whitelist was 40 ADA. The public, all 106 of them, I think, was 50 ADA. And so there's something called the Club 777, so which is the top 10%. They have benefits. So for our Vox mint, you'll be getting 1 free NFT, 1 extra mint. Also for staking, depending. Well, staking for all collections, but the staking, you'll be getting much more pug chips. And at the moment, people are crazy. Our pug chips are being swapped back and forward because they're not on a DEX yet. They're being swapped back and forward between 0.25 and 0.5 for one.
Wow.
It is crazy. So, and another thing as well, the main thing is, okay, so we're going to be paying every month, starting the 7th of August, we'll pay 20,000 ADA to the alpha members. And how this will work, there'll be a set percentage for the whales, which is 25 pugs or more. There's the alphas, which is 50 or more, or 50 to 99, I should say. And then 100 plus, every 100 that you have will get a percentage of the pie. So there's 20,000 that's going back. And there's, I think about 12.5% goes to the golden tennis ball. So anyone that holds a golden tennis ball, there's 20 of those, they will get a percentage of the income. Now, the way roughly how much ADA you will earn per month is the whales will be around 100 ADA, give or take 5 or 10 ADA. Then the alphas will be around 200, and then the whales, the supremes will be about 400. And it fluctuates. I change the amount that they get, the percentage. So everyone earns double plus a little bit more. So if it was 100, then it might be 212, then it might be 450. I always make sure that the numbers kind of add up in this way. And it works out really, really good if you compare it to staking. Basically, what you will earn from 10,000 ADA, if you bought like 50 pogs, will be about 4 times the amount that you would earn if you just staked your ADA. So it's a great, great investment. And what else do we have? We have a lot of games that you have to be an alpha holder. Like a lot of battle royale games in the Discord for really, really good prizes, because we're all about prizes. We're all about giving back to the community. And we've got a fantastic team as well. We've got a team of 20 people. Can you imagine? 20 people?
You need it almost.
when we started, it was like, when I jumped on, it was like Mike, me, and basically DLB, and maybe one other helper. Kibosh was helping a little bit. But now it's grown into a massive, massive project. And another part of the project is called the Pug Intelligence Division. So originally, my original vision was, okay, we'll have a team of experts. They'll be looking into all the projects on Cardano. Which projects should we be investing in? Where are the catalysts? Where should, because the idea of our project is to invest in other projects, make money, and then pay our holders. So maybe there's imagine the Kongs are coming up. So now would be a good time to pick up some Kongs, maybe if you can get them for 23 to 2,500. And then when they run up just before the shrooms, you've got a choice. You could sell them for maybe 3,500, or you can hold them through, and then you could get another one. You get a trippy Kong. So we're always looking into all the catalysts. Basically, we're just investors at the end of the day. We try to make money for the holders, and we try to have fun whilst we do it. Basically, just like regular investors, but we don't shy away from talking about money and making profit. Because that's what we're all here for, right? That is the whole goal. We're here to have fun, but we're not here to lose money. We're here to be profitable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a little bit of the utility. There's lots more. I could tell you some really, really cool stuff. So we did this pug buy-in for poker. So basically, the entrance was a pug, and this is when they were like 250 ADA. So you're 250 ADA buy-in for poker. Can you imagine? I don't even think I've done that in real life. And at the end, he won like 9 pugs. He said, "Can I just give 1 pug to you to give to the community?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm getting chills now." I said, "You know what? Let's set up something." Like basically, when you get a member that comes into the community, because we all have them, they're like, oh, I'd love to have a pug. I just can't afford it. I'd love a pug. And I said, okay, let's set up something. And this is what it's called. It's called the Heart of Gold Foundation. And some members of the community, about 35 of them, have given a pug for free to a special wallet. It's called Pugs for Pups. That's the handle. You can go and see it. And if we get someone that comes into the community, and this, we can weed out the people that are just trying to get a pug. You know, if we monitor it, and if someone's a good candidate, I'll reach out to them and I'll say, we'd love to give you a pug, and it's come from the Heart of Gold, and you will now have a new title called Lucky Pug. And that's just one little thing that we kind of do, you know, to give back to the community. And yeah, there you go.
That's cool. I like that.
I like
cool. Oh, let me tell you something else. So how many projects have you been in where you're just grinding for XP, you're trying to grind to get that whitelist, and then when you mint, what happens to our XP?
You go down.
I see. Honestly, I don't know, because I almost refuse to. I don't worry about whitelist. If I have to do all that, I don't even fool with it.
Yeah. I mean,
that's just how I am. I'm not sitting there typing just to type gibberish just to get XP points. If I need to do that to get a mint, I'm not worrying about it.
Have you ever done it though? Have you ever done it?
No, and I refuse to. I won't do it.
Yeah, but the point is, XP has value before the mint, right? And people need XP to get something, and after the mint, the XP becomes worthless, right?
Yeah.
So I came up with something, we call it the Great Reset, and fast forward through the kind of, you know, the kind of working out how it'll work exactly. So now this is how it works. At the beginning of the month, we reset everyone's XP to 0. Now, everybody that gets to level 40 will share 1,000 ADA. So just on the 26th now, there's only one person at level 40, and we've got 5 days left. So they're going to get 1,000 ADA if they're the only person there. So this gives people a reason to not only grind, because they're not really grinding. This just helps bring the audience. God, see, this is when you know I'm from show business. I call the audience, not members. Oh, busted! I do it all the time. But this gets everyone in there talking more. This creates really, really good community engagement. Then when we have our poker tournaments, we can give XP as a prize because people want XP. We can put out Twitter posts and people can go basically raid them and bring them in and put them in the XP proof channel, and they can gain XP. So it gives us a value, almost like a commodity. It's almost like currency. You know, so this is where for our project we have ADA, NFTs, XP, pug chips. We've got so many things to kind of give as prizes that people want. So it just gives us, we're not just like, okay, it's always ADA and you run out of ADA, you know, and you run out of NFTs. So we used to have a lot of pugs, we give them all away. So now every time I give a pug, I've got to go buy them first. I'm like, thank God they're only like 140 at the moment. So it's not, I mean, it's still a lot of ADA, you know, but it's not 100, it's not 1,000, you know, but yeah, I feel like Hughes should do some talking. But the thing is, Hughes only came on board a couple of months ago. See, he wasn't part of the original Alpha collection because he is the artist. I mean, let's talk more about his art because I mean, those cards are fire. They're
nice looking.
So impressed. I mean, the one of ones especially. Oh my God. I mean, I actually like some of the other projects. I mean, Salty Seagulls that's fire.
No, I like that one as well. I have to say. Yeah, I mean, it's been a strange journey because I've joined the team recently, as Adam said. You know, we kind of got talking. It could have been 2.5 months ago. You know, but I've been working on this collection since January. You know, back to your earlier question, you said how long have we been in crypto? I've been in it for coming up to about 2 years now, and I've been working on the project, on the art of the project, especially in the background for the last 7 months. And so we've got to a point where there's quite a lot of stuff packed in there. So I'm really, really excited for it to drop and kind of get the response. And we've hidden some cool little things in there, hopefully. You know, because I think the idea of minting the starting hand is fun anyway, because you're looking for your ace, you're looking for your pocket pairs, you're looking for all of these kind of things. And I don't know if you guys play much poker, but like me and Adam, we love it, man. We talk about it quite a lot. So people are going to have a real good time trying to get these, but we've also chucked in some exciting little extras, you know, create some rarity. You know, we've got some marked cards, we've got some laser guns, things like that, just fun stuff.
Okay.
All right. So do you guys want to get into that now? Give us a little bit about, since, you know what I mean, now that you have an upcoming drop, let us know what the whole concept behind this, who you're like, I guess, who you're partnering with, a little bit of how all that's going to work. Just basically your theory behind this.
100%. So, oh God, I'm just going to quickly go on to my go on to our wiki. I'm like, if I have to name all the partners, I'm like, that's a lot of partners. we've got 15 partners. So here are all the partners. So we've got Cardano Cards Club, which is Hughes. Then we've got Mad Dog Car Club, Smooth Yeti Mountain Club, Frog Factory, Outer Space Society, Seal Society, Dot Creatures, the Block Investment Group with Jelly Cubes, Ada Invaders, the Gentleman's Club, those AMAs, Salty Seagull Society, Mutant DAO, Lazy Llama, and Thirsty Dog Crew. Now that is quite a lot of partners, you know. And I don't know if it's the most partners any project's ever had, but I'm quite proud of myself to have been able to do this, because you know how hard it is to reach one founder. Sometimes you don't hear from them for a couple of days. So I've gone through all of this trying to reach different partners, and then I find the community manager, I find the person that's really receptive, and then it's much smoother to do business. But it's been a ride. I'll tell you that. It's definitely been a ride. But we did try to create as much utility as possible into the project, because not only will it be super exciting to try to find pocket aces, now you're going to try to find pocket aces of your project. Then you're going to try to find your Pug, your Yeti, your Ada Invader, because these are all from the collections. So there's people like, oh my God, mine made it. And then, but for every PFP, there may be 8 to 12 of them. So the same one will show up. So then you'll be like, okay, oh no, I want that. Oh, that one's better. I want to find that one. So one, you'll be trying to find your PFP. You'll be trying to find your projects. And if you mint 10, you might only have one from your project. So you're going to probably want to sell 9, and then but you're going to want to pick more up, or you're going to be trading them back and forward like trading cards. So there's going to be so much action on the secondary market. Not only that, you'll be wanting to collect 10 starting hands or 5. So if you collect 10 starting hands, because what we're doing, guys, we're giving 100% of the royalties back to the holders. We're not taking...
How many, what's the supply on this?
7,777. So it'll be minting for $50 for the whitelist, or $60 for the public, if there is any. So that's what we'll take a snapshot the day before, a couple of days before. We'll see what that is in ADA, because we need a specific amount of funds to try to build a business, to build a...
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you have 10 starting hands, you'll get 1 share of 70% of the royalties. And then if you have 20, it's 2, 30, 40, 50, 60. Every 10 is 1 share. Now, if you get 5 to 9, that's 1 share of 10%. So we made sure that the smaller holders have something. Then if you create a full hand, then you'll get 10% of the royalties as well. And you create a full hand by creating either a straight, a flush, a full house, a straight flush, a royal flush, or a 4 of a kind. Now, the 4 of a kind, you're creating this just by getting 2 pairs, and it's regular poker rules, so they have to be all 4 suits. You don't need that 5th card, because that when you create the full hand, it's just going to look nice, the 4 cards. And all the others, you need 3 starting hands. And it must be all from the same project, because we minted this 120, and I ran a contest. Let's just see who can create the most full hands. And these guys were mental. One person got 39 full hands. I'm like, 39 from 120? That's basically all the cards are being burnt. We'll have no collection. Hughes wanted to make them because he can make 10 per day. I was like, okay, well, let's switch everything. This happened last night. So now you can only create full hands from the same project. So all from the Lazy Llamas, or all from the Space Pugs. And also the full house, it has to be 2 pairs and then a 3rd. So you have a pair of 2s, pair of 3s, and a 3-6. Because otherwise people found a loophole to be able to make so many full houses. And then what will happen, these will get submitted, and then you will decide on all the traits to make your full house. And there's three different kinds of layouts. You can have the flat cards like this, or you can have a bit of a fan or a bigger fan. And Hughes will be making those. And that's kind of the royalties, and then how they go into the full hand. And then there's 10% more that is for any one of ones. So there's 23 one-of-ones. There's one from every project, and then we have 8. And one of the one-of-ones is being minted, and whoever mints this one-of-one will actually get a utility chip and 1,000 pug chips. Now, these utility chips, we just auctioned some yesterday, and one went for 3,600 and 3,500 because the top four people got to buy it. We basically sold 4 for 12,000 ADA. And it's called a utility chip. And the fun with this is that the utility chip, and it starts with no utility. And these we were giving them away to all the members got one, all the Supremes got one, and then we did some other giveaways. Now we're doing some auctions and we're doing some different things, but that's another collection. I mean, it's just so much, guys. I could talk all day. There's so much utility. It's like it's daunting for new people coming in. It's like we've probably got 100 channels in the Discord that you can see. It's pretty crazy, really. And then another thing as well, it's like there's going to be blockers. Some people are going to be trying to hold some pairs so people don't get them.
Absolutely.
There's just so many ways to play it, and I'm interested to see how the members start to play with this as well. This is without even playing poker. We haven't even talked about playing poker. This is just the cards, So it's going to be. You got anything to add, Hughes?
No, you've summed it up really perfectly, and I think that we can talk about the art, and I hope that everyone likes that, and I'm really, really proud of it. But we are so much more than just the art. I mean, the things that we're coming up with, and we're going to keep adding and keep adding and keep adding. And so I think we've got some really, really exciting things lined up.
Yeah, you guys are definitely killing it. I've seen that project for a while, and they're hot. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter. You see people on Twitter sharing their pugs all the time. So I'm super excited for this job. I'm super excited to, see where this project goes. I mean, it's better than just, getting these projects out here that are just PFPs. You know what I mean? You guys are taking the time. You guys are taking the action upon, this project and putting a utility, basically everything that you guys have, the cards, the pugs, the utility chips, the coins, which actually, brings me to, the next question. Do you guys have a coin? I know you guys have the utility chip. Are you guys going to have a coin on a DEX?
Yeah, it's not on the DEX yet. So it's called a pug chip. Story time. So being me, I'm like, okay, so I want our fungible token to be the best. I want it to be like spinning and look really, really cool. So Hughes designed this really cool chip. And then we had a 3D artist create it. So I wanted it to basically, if you got a coin and you span it, it would spin and it would start to fall around like this. So I had this created. It was actually the artist from Beefy Monsters Academy. The founder is actually our main holder. Monster, he has 350 pugs. So his artist, created this for us. And I went to Mint City and I'm chatting with them. Okay, this is what I want to do. They're like, oh, a fungible token needs to be an image of 240 kilobytes. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I was like, okay, so I guess this what we'll do. We'll have the pug chip, like the token, just the picture. That'll be the fungible pug chip, and then we'll use this 3D token, this 3D chip. Well, I'll actually create a new collection, and we'll call it the utility chip. There'll only be 77 of them, and that's kind of how that was born. And this is over time. I'm just creating more utility and more utility. Now you'll be able to mint. You'll be able to get so many pug chips every month. You get an extra mint with Beefy Monsters. I'm talking to Blocky's Hot to create utility. I'm going to start putting utility in real life. I'm just going to keep baking utility into it. Just so much utility into this. There's only 77 of them. So at the moment, they're valued. I mean, there's one on JPEG now for 10,000 ADA. So the value of those is just going to go up over time. Well, then coming back to the pug chip, so we needed currency to play poker, because for our own platform, you'll use pug chips to buy into the games. Because if you're using AID or something, let's create a pug chip. So use the pug chip to buy into the games, and then this will be given away as prizes. You'll also get the pug chips for staking, and we'll use the pug chips for auctions and for monthly giveaways and for lotteries. I'm going to try to find as many uses as I can for the pug chip, because 95% of projects, they bring out a coin. They bring the coin out before there's utility. So they'll give you 77,000 coins, and you're like, how much is one ADA? Or like 50,000 coins. So I'm like, my idea was like, if the coin could be worth one ADA one day, that would be like amazing. I mean, we don't set the price. We don't set the price on anything, right?
Right.
The members set the price, you know. So that's kind of my goal, to kind of just create as much utility into my little pug chip. Plus, it looked, oh, I almost swore then. Plus, it looks amazing. It looks so cool. Like Hughes, man, like you're so good, such a good artist. Great to have you on board, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's good to be here. We're having a lot of fun.
Awesome. That's the best. That's what's great about it. You gotta have fun. If you ain't having fun, what's the point? You know, what's the point?
100%. You know, invest, make money, have friends, build communities, and yeah, that's NFTs. That is based in NFTs, right?
Yeah,
definitely Cardano space. I don't know about all the other ones.
Yeah, you know what the C stands for, right? And it's CNFTs. Do you know?
Community.
Yeah, you must have heard me. Did you hear me?
Yeah, it's no. But I mean, it's one of the only organizations, like, or at least like blockchains. I mean, you look at Solana, look at Ethereum, look at almost any of the other ones, and it's more of like competition. CNFT is a little different. Everybody kind of pushes each other, works together, and it's almost like rather than compete against each other in house, bring the house together and let's go against the other chains. Not even that we're going against other chains, but let's just show how good Cardano is and you know how good the community is and the people involved are.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
No, after you, brother.
I was going to say, it brings up an amazing point that, like, I haven't seen another blockchain do a project, 15 projects all working together, right?
Yeah. Two, you might see two, and that's it.
You know, and like all of the communities are getting together, they're talking to each other, we're building each other up, we're not putting each other down. And that's fantastic. And that's why, you know, I love Cardano.
Yeah, me too.
100%. The thing is, it's like you have to lead from the front, right? Because like this is something before I was a founder. Like I would try to go to one project and I go to another and I bring people and you just eventually kind of all just become the same people in a few, you know, there's pockets of projects, right? There's some projects that I'm not in and there's a few people that are in those few projects. And then all our projects, I'm pretty sure I've been invested in all of them at some point. I'm pretty sure I might actually own all of them at this point. I'm not sure, but it's just bringing everyone together. And of course, you are competing, right? You're competing.
Yeah, it's business.
ADA, but I believe I don't need to win for you. You don't need to lose for me to win, right? I can win, and you can win, and you can win. Maybe I won't win as much, but down the road, like way down the road, with this mentality, if we can win, I will win bigger down the road. And if I try to win now, down the road, I won't win because people will not want me to win. You know, where I've kind of got to at this point, it's like let's all win together, let's have fun and build the communities and jump. You know, whatever Discord I go into, it kind of feels like my home. I can go into this one, it's my home. I go into this one, and it's a shame that all the other projects that I kind of am involved in, like the Score Club, one of our Wales, actually, that's his project. It's a soccer, you guys. It's soccer for you guys. It's football. I've got 161 of their NFTs. That's going to be massive. When the World Cup comes up in a few months' time, that project is going to blow. So I would get a few of those. The floor they minted for 6 ADA. I bought 160 of them. And last time the floor was like 30 ADA. You know, so I would get a few of those. You know, Beefy Monsters. That's going to be a good project. You know, there's a few good projects coming up. And it is a tough time. It's a tough time to be a new project.
Absolutely.
Like, I would not want to be a new project minting. You know, it's scary enough for us. And we're only 3 months old, but we're kind of established, you know. But it's a tough space. It's a tough space in the bear market, isn't it?
No doubt. This is where you find out who's real, though. That's for sure. You'll see what this was the beauty. So like I got into crypto in like late 2016, 2017.
Oh, wow. You were early.
Right before, like,
early.
Yeah.
And I bet you thought you were late, right? Did you think you were late too?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, the worst part is like, so like me and my brother's like, and he's younger than me. He started kicking around, like I said, in like 16. And it was like, we were contemplating buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin was at like 600. And we're like, man, this is already up from like when it came out, it was only 50 cents. And then The next year we waited to 17 and they hit like, I think we got in around like a little over 3,000. So we picked up some there. And then even there, we're like, man, 3,000, it just did a 5X. This is, will it go any higher and stuff? And then we were like, look, whatever we buy, we're not selling. We're just going to hold, forget about it. So that's kind of what we did. So we bought X amount, put them in a wallet and just been sitting ever since, not selling on the highs, lows. Those I'm just going to sit on forever. And then after that, I just like, I mean, I got in where like Ethereum was under $100, stuff like that. Cardano I was picking them up under 10 cents. But it's interesting. You see that big rush and then you see the big bear market. But what's cool is what I was getting at is like, there was a lot of meme coins, a lot of projects that were just sort of like the NFTs now, where people will just come out with like some pictures, sell out, and then they disappear. You know what I mean? That happened a lot. But what's cool is during the bear market, it wipes away all the projects that are just there to cash out, don't care about their community. And then it lets you see the ones that are there and the ones that are steadily growing. And even like, not even if their project in terms of like floor isn't growing, but when I can just see even a project stay close to maintaining a floor during this market, that's huge. Because I mean, like you said, we all know anybody that's staying active, steadily building, the next couple of years could be massive for you. Being in early, like you said, so like I do agree with coming out right now as it would be a tough time for a project, but it's also one of those tests where like if you can come out now and make it through this and push through it, you also you probably have a leg to stand on that. But 100%. I like the developed ones that are steadily pushing. Like I said, they're the ones that obviously we're doing like some interviews with, and they're ones that we back and we like. And we also want to see, like you said, the fact that you guys are staying active, that you steadily have different drops, different utility. Like you said, you come out with a utility, the members are like, we think this will work a little better. Cool. Let's do what you guys want. You guys are the ones that are backing us. You know what I mean? You're the investor. So listening to your community, that kind of stuff. Like I said, that's why we focus on CNFT. Cardano is, like you said, it's the community, it's the developers. Everybody's been cool. We haven't really been shot down on any kind of interviews yet. Like I said, we're trying to just push you guys. It works. You know what I mean? We push you, you guys help push us a little bit, and we all can grow together. But since we know we have your drop coming up, why don't you let us know about that? So when is this drop actually coming out, this cards? Anybody that is new, how can they participate? How do they get whitelisted? Should they grab one of your previous drops? You want to throw that kind of stuff at us?
No, for sure. So on Friday, I always talk in UTC. So okay. If you're lucky to own more than 100 pugs, then you get to mint during the pre-whitelist mint, and they get 25% off. So that'll go from basically midnight on Friday UTC all the way through to 11:20 a.m. UTC. So they'll be minting $37.5 USD in ADA, and they'll be. This is the fun. This is the real fun, because they are our diamond holders, and you're going to witness something that has never been witnessed. You're going to witness probably between 400 to 600 NFTs being minted by these 11 holders, and they're not going to be listing. They won't list one. We'll be in the chat, because what we're going to do, we're going to have an all-nighter. Now, for you guys, this will be good for you guys, because it's not
all there.
Yeah, for me, normally I'm going to sleep probably about 12:01 UTC. So we're going to do an all-nighter. So I'm going to stay up all through the night. The chat's going to stay open. All the Supremes, as they are, they're all going to be minting their NFTs. They're going to be dropping them in the chat. It's going to be going mental. We're going to give away hundreds and hundreds of worth of ADA. We may even give away thousands worth. I'm going to be picking up some of the NFTs from our partner projects, giving them away in the Discord. We're just going to have a really, really fun time whilst the Supremes are minting, and they're not going to be listing. Otherwise, I'll be jumping on a plane and sort them out. And then we'll get to 11:20. That'll close, and there'll be a 10-minute reset for our minter, Tiger Pool. Shout out to him. He's a fantastic minter. And then 11:30 a.m. UTC, the whitelist will drop. And so far, we've got over 7,000 NFTs booked for whitelist. Now, probably 10% won't get minted. People forget how many and stuff like that. But if they all mint, it's going to be 7,000 being minted, and they've got a 4-hour window. But I'm going to let them know, I'm like, we are full, so we, make sure you get your NFTs. So I imagine it's going to be pretty crazy. The old school mints where it's like a bloodbath. So then we'll mint for 4 hours for the whitelist, and whatever's left, I hope there's some left for anyone that just kind of came in late. Then they'll mint for $50, and that'll be at 4 p.m. UTC. And if it's the bear market, that'll be open for 24 hours. If there's any left, we'll close the mint. It won't just carry on. We'll close the mint. If there's 1,000 left or something, we'll mint them at a later date, and we'll see what the price is. And what else is there? Yeah, at the moment, if you don't have a whitelist, you can quickly jump and pick up a pug and get a whitelist, go and open a ticket. But that will close very, very soon. That might have actually closed by the time this video goes out. So jump into our Discord. I'm guessing the links will be in the description below. And look out for me. Come say hi. I'm always available to chat. And yeah, that's kind of it. Unless you,
Perfect. What do you got for him, Joe? Unless Hughes got something for us.
No, that's. I just wanted to say that that the whitelist situation is looking really, really exciting. And it's one of the joys of working with 15 partner projects, right? Because then they've all been giving the whitelist to their community, and we've got like this big melting pot of everyone from all these different communities, and so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, sounds like a sellout.
Yeah. So what we did, part of the deal I like to be transparent. The deal with other projects was we'll give you 400 whitelists for your project, and founders, if you want to keep 50 for yourself and mint some, we don't mind. It's up to you what you do. And they'll also get 30,000 pug chips as well. So after we mint, we'll be sending the pug chips to their wallets. And so then they were all running giveaways. They were running sweeping contests. Like I remember Adrian Vader's. If you buy an Adrian Vader, you'll get like five whitelists. So this was really good for them during the bear market to kind of have this ammunition. These prizes for doing various things, and it's always good to have stuff to give away. And I think it's like I always was like, oh, this will be a cool project, when we get there. But now, once we minted them yesterday, and I see them there in my wallets, I'm like, oh my god, it's real. Bloody hell,
it's happening.
I'm like, when I get space from Salty Seagulls, because I have got 2 group DMs with all the projects, and he messaged me as like this one, and it's that I'm like, oh, that's fire. Everyone's going to be looking through. I just can't wait to hear the stories of and just see what happens. I think it's going to be mayhem. Not really, really.
Hey, I hope so for your sake. That's like you said, it's exciting.
Oh, it is. It's like it's just, and what's funny? Some people I noticed someone just put out, okay, here's the best mints for the next 2 weeks, and we went on there. I was like, are they living under a rock? And like, Steam projects. All talking about it, all excited about it. This is why there's pockets of people that are just not in some projects, So it's like, no matter how big you talk and how much you do, there's some people don't hear you.
Absolutely. Oh, I mean, you asked at least 9 out of 10 people what an NFT is if you just go out in the public, and they're not going to have a clue.
100%. I've been going to play poker once a week in London, and I sit down. Okay, guys, quick question: who's got NFTs? What's NFT?
What's an NFT? Exactly.
Okay. I'm like, NFTs is like what you should be doing other than this. It's love it. It's
that's like crypto. You ask people other than like Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, they don't know there's another 10,000 plus that exist.
Yeah.
I mean, not all of them will exist though in the long run.
No, I hopefully, like I said, that's going to be like 17. It'll be a tidal wave of collapsing projects, which is it's good. It needs to happen. But I mean, you're going to have people, anytime something's new, they're going to take advantage of this rush and cash out and leave just on that. But like you said, the ones that are here for real, you'll know, because they're going to steadily do what you're doing, getting and showing your face, coming out with mints, staying active in the community. And that's how you find a good project.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, you'll see the differences in projects. I talk with Blocky Sock quite a lot. you know, and it's like the projects that have forward facing founders, you can see them, they're YouTubers or they're on Twitter or they're just active. And then you have projects where, who's the founder? What's his name? You know, there's some big projects. I'm like, I know the name. I've never seen. I wouldn't know what they look like. I wouldn't know what they sounded like. You know, so it's if you can just separate yourself a little bit, and then there's a few of you that separate yourself, and then you start talking together a lot. Like I talked with Louis from those AMAs a hell of a lot. Like that is a project. You guys should do an interview with Louis and the machinists, because they're building something really good. That's going to be a huge passive income play. I mean, I own 30 of them. That's going to be good. They own a marijuana farm. You're going to get 20% of the profits. It's wow. I don't know how many acres, 20 acres maybe. So do the maths. It might be worth holding those. A lot. How many founders go on have an interview about their projects and start bigging up other projects? Name one other that did that.
It doesn't happen often. And like I said, if it does, it's only going to be in probably Cardano that I know of.
Yeah, it's different. You know, I don't know. And I've already got like more collections in my mind. Like, I mean, we've got the Vox coming up in November. That was supposed to be September, but we're like, we can't have them mints like 5 weeks apart. I'm like, that's
right.
We'll have to push that back. So we're pushing it back to about November, and it may get pushed back more. We're not sure, but that's kind of the plan at the moment. And there's so much more planned. Like when this platform, because we were partnered with Cardano Crops Club with the platform, but then for various reasons we separated our partnership. I mean, it wasn't going to be ready in time and all these different things. So we felt it better just because they're building it anyway for their community. So now we're going to actively look for our own, and we have some really fun stuff planned when we do get that going. But hopefully it's not too long. But it's going to be exciting. I've got a question for you. So are you really into crypto? Is that your gig? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got into crypto. Yeah, I've been in crypto forever, and then started NFTs on ETH. And then once I hopped into Cardano, we started minting like Clay Nation, that kind of stuff. Been hooked since. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of what we do. We educate people basically. We started off originally, the whole channel was basically just educating people on crypto and teaching them how to set up wallets, basic, like how to buy, how to sell, how to hold, what wallet you should use. And a lot of mainly safety, how not to lose your assets, because that was one of the biggest issues. And then same with NFTs. Like we went into, after me and Jonah got rugged a couple times, especially on like Solana, we went even more in depth on, look, this is how you find a good project. You have to get in their Discord. Because like I in the beginning was somebody like, I wasn't on Twitter. I wasn't on Discord. I was on none of that. And if you want to be in this space, you don't have an option. You need to at least to do your due diligence, or you better know somebody that is in that space that's always on there that you're listening to, because it's way too tough. Like I said, there's too many damn communities, and there's only so many that are actually like good projects. Like when it's a bull market, this is even what I say on the show. When it comes to crypto NFTs, you could probably put a blindfold up, throw a dart, whatever you hit, invest in, you're going to at least probably break even, if not make something. That's when it's a bull market. When it's this kind of market, this is where you got to pay attention. But this is where you can hit grand slams. You know what I mean? Like you said, you take a floor now, whatever it is, ADA's at like a third, fourth of a price of where it was. By the time it grows and all pops off, these things are going to get very expensive. I'm hoping to see when we hit around the same kind of volumes as like Ethereum, and then see where all these NFTs are.
I mean, can you imagine? You know, I mean, the Vassal hard fork should hopefully that's going to change something. And you know, down the road when Hydra is purring, I mean, where are we going to be? And then the bull market comes back.
Exactly. That's what we're preparing for.
Early, like now we're so early. If you can just just build a nice bag now. And that's just going to, grow over time. And, if you just get better and better at your craft, and I've got a question for you. Which would be your home Discord of the projects? Which would you say is your home?
For NFTs?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously our channel is going to be the most. And then I do float around a lot, especially since we'll be doing these interviews. I would now. I guess it's not even going to be clay. Honestly, the way I work it is whatever project has like the mints that we're getting into. I kind of focus on them hard for like those like couple weeks. There's so many projects right now, and then I will jump back and forth. So like right now, I haven't been minting a ton of stuff. I've been sitting big with I mean, like I said, I got Clays, Boss Cats, all that kind of stuff. I think we minted your project, flipped a few of those. But I'm Joan is going to be the one who's in Discord nonstop. I'm in and out, but I also take care of. I spend a lot of time just researching, not just this, but also on the crypto end, and like because I want to get more into my staking and all that kind of stuff. So I don't slack on the crypto, even though right now like more people are focusing on NFTs, because I see on this next run, I see it all happening I see crypto taking off probably before NFTs, or hopefully at the exact same time, kind of like all hit that run. But it's not that I'm not focusing on just one project, one token, or anything. Like I said, as basically as like a community thing, I hop in and out. As long as it's a good project, I try to stay somewhat active in it. Joan would be the one to ask in terms of like home communities, because he's in with all these people.
So do you guys have your own Discord?
Yes,
we do.
You chat. Who did I chat to the other day?
Sure.
What's that?
Who was I chatting to the other day? Was it
Me?
you?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, you didn't invite me to your Discord. You're missing a trick. You're missing a trick.
Hey, I'll definitely get you over there. It's been a little quiet over there. It's been a little quiet over there because the bear market's here. So we've been I've been more so in all the different Discords, just kind of seeing who's just more so observing. I'm in an observing phase right now, just kind of seeing what projects producing. Obviously your guys' projects producing, and there's a couple other out there that I have my eyes on that I'm looking to purchase very, very soon. But it's just more it's not really one
right
community that's home. I think CNFT is home. CNFT in general is home. Of course you'll have some BS projects. I'll personally go in projects and ask questions that are never asked, and people will be like, oh well, we haven't talked about that, we haven't discussed that. I'm like, you guys should discuss that. Like I'm devil's advocate all day, every day. Like if I have a question, and if you guys have a project and you guys are, you guys aren't solidified on a certain thing, like, you're talking about metaverse. Okay, cool. How far along have you developed your metaverse? How far have you developed your game? Like I'm always that person, because I want to protect the CNFT community as a whole. Of course, I can't do it alone, but having projects out there that are just there to just grab money and not give back to the community and stuff like that, it just makes the NFT space in general look bad. And of course, you're gonna have people like that, because you can have projects like that. But honestly, I haven't seen many projects on the CNFT community that has done a rug. I mean, if there's a couple of them, but not as many as Solana or Ethereum. So I would say the entire community is home, at least for me personally.
No, exactly. I mean, talking about rugs, there's the rugs like dolphins. What were they called? I had to send my money in. I sent my money in early, and then they rugged. And now knowing more about how the machine works, what's it called? The
minting
machine.
The NFT. When you send your money in and it goes through the machine, and then you get the NFTs back. Knowing how that works, you can't send your money in pre, because it doesn't work that way. The money has to go through it to get the NFT. It has to go through the, what's it called? I can't think of it, but it's so then there's those kind of rugs, and then there's the failed projects. So many projects that are happening all the time. A couple of projects reach out to me and they ask for my help, and in some ways I'm like, there's no way to help. I don't really. I could give you a band-aid. Okay, we're going to do this.
Right, you're a sunken ship.
You're going to get this, but then sometimes you kind of failed, and then it's not really a rug, even though we call it a rug. But it's tough. When 10 projects come out a day, I'm like, how can they all succeed? Everyone
exactly.
so many people in the space. We need more people. We've got another couple 100,000 people in the CNFT space. You will see a difference. Like a few months ago, there was just a period. It suddenly just went really hot for a second, and you could just mint everything. It was like, oh, these are the good old days. Like, as a founder, like I pretty much can get whitelist for pretty much any project. I just have to ask. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for a bull market, because part of how we will be making money for our holders is we will, I mean, before I would get 30 or 40 whitelists for a project, you know, I'd ask, okay, can we get 30 and maybe a couple of NFTs for airdrop? And people say yes. Now, once the bull market comes back and all the projects are minting, we'll mint 40, we'll probably flip most of them, make some money, which is then for the holders, and then we'll have some NFTs, which will also be the holders. Because this goes back to some more of the utility. So for the top 777s, let's say in the month, we might have, this is when we really start, you know, getting to work. After this mint, we'll have some ADA, we can get to work. When we can mint, we'll mint some projects, we'll make some money, we might have 10 NFTs, they'll just go into a wallet. And at the end of the month, all those NFTs that are in that wallet will then there'll be like a giveaway with a raffle to the 777s. And then maybe some that goes to the utility chips. And then we also have the monthly raffle for the poker club. So anyone that holds one NFT, there'll be a raffle for them. Anyone that holds 5, there'll be one for them. Anyone that holds 10, there'll be one for them. But the people that own 10 can do this one and this one. The people that own 5 can do that one as well. And then there'll be a pug chip raffle. So you enter, it might be 100, or it might be 10 pug chips per raffle ticket. I'm not sure what we'll do, but just more utility, you know. But what I was going to ask you, Patrick, so if you're really into crypto, maybe you want to be like one of our project analysts that kind of basically how it works. You're doing what you're doing. You're researching crypto and staking, and you come up, you're like, oh, there's a play here. You will get in touch with possibly Darkwater, who is the chief of our Pug division. You're like, there's a play here, and this is why the play is going to work. And I think you should invest 5,000, and this is the potential returns. And if this is something that we went for, then you would earn 25% of the profit that we make. And this goes across the board for anything. Like for myself, if people come to me, there's like, okay, someone's just dropped a clay on the floor for 2,000. If I buy it and I sell it, they'll get 25%. That's just something I do anyway. Because then if you've got everybody looking out for deals for you or for the project, that's so many eyes, because you can't be everywhere, right? Like, even
it's
the last
impossible.
minutes, I'm like, hungry cows, where did they come from? I just heard the day before, dude, get your wallets into this. So I'm like, putting wallets in. I ended up getting like, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them or something. I'm still holding them. And I'm not selling them for like 28 a profit, 108 a profit. I'm like, they're going to be worth a lot down the road. I'm like, they've got a new website coming out. There's like,
Absolutely.
Look at the Aquafarmers going for 40, 50,000 ADA. I'm like, I'll wait. And we'll see what happens. You know, I'm here to make the big money, not the 5 ADA and the 10 ADA, you know.
Right.
You know, patience.
Absolutely.
Key, you know.
Yeah, we can definitely discuss something like that. So one other question. Are you guys going to be you guys plan on going out to CNFTCON?
What do you think? That's going to be fun. We haven't booked anything yet. We haven't booked a booth or anything like that because we're so busy getting through all the stuff we're doing. I'm like, let's just go. We'll go low key. We'll fly out there, and we may possibly end up booking something separate to run a poker game or run something, or we'll just float. We've got 15 partners. We can go to their booths. We can just go around and meet people. But that's
what we're doing.
100%. So we'll definitely do something there. I'd like to go for like a week. You know, I'll book for a week, maybe go down to LA or something too. Or I'm not sure. It's just
Yeah, we'll be there. I mean, that's our goal. We're gonna probably float around, do some live interviews, that kind of stuff. Now that we see everybody face to face, actually get to meet them, have a little fun with it.
Oh, I'll definitely do something. I'm actually trying to do something here called CNFT London. Not in the same way, more of a low key meetup for anyone that lives in the UK and in Europe that just wants to fly over for the weekend. I was trying to do it in August, but it may be pushed back a little bit because I would like to kind of find a couple of hotels that we can get discounts if you own specific NFTs, and some bars and restaurants and clubs, you know, get some
absolutely
utility. And I'll try to create some poker games. But the place that I've been going, they're really busy in August. So that's something else I'm trying to work out. I don't want it to be too big, but it's my mind can't help but dream. But it's like CNFTCON, it's too much planning. I can't do anything like that, But just something. I just want to meet even my holders in England that live like 2 hours away. I just want to meet them. I want to meet them in real life. That'll be really
absolutely
fun.
Build that connection with the community. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Well, I don't have anything else. Pat, did you have anything else?
I think we touched base on a whole
lot. Adam or Hughes, did you have anything else you wanted to add before we hop off here?
Hughes?
Yeah, if anyone's interested in a project and you still don't know about it after this video, jump in the Discord and we're always there. We have an incredible community. So a big shout out to the community. We're so friendly. And so you come here with questions and we'll get them answered within 5 minutes.
Perfect. That's what we like.
Yeah, 100%. And make sure there is if you go on our Twitter or you go onto our website, there's links to our wiki. We have a wiki, basically all the information is in there. We're trying to update it every day because we change things daily and add things. So I try to update that. And if you're unsure, just make sure you do ask the community because most of the members know the answers to everything. And
cool.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. This has been
thank you.
I know I just talk and talk.
All right. It's informative information.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you guys have a drop, anything new coming up, like you said, if you're going to do something in a few months, if you end up doing anything, hit us up. Even if this one was a longer one, if it's a 5-minute one, we'll put it out a quick one. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what we're kind of here for also.
Yeah, 100%. And do you guys go on Spaces at all?
Twitter Spaces?
You go on Twitter Spaces at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can be good. We're jumping into Blocky's Hot's Discord at 4 p.m. UTC today.
Okay.
We're going to answer questions and stuff like that because we need to be active in all the different projects, making sure they have a voice because people like to be able to ask their questions and all good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
thank you. If we can host a Twitter space with you guys someday, that would be pretty cool.
100%. Like normally what we're trying to do is on Saturdays, Space Pugs and Friends. So we get all our friends come up and basically talk about their projects, what they've got going up, and we just have conversations. We only did one so far and it was 4 hours. We missed this Saturday just because we did some stuff on Friday and we just ended up missing this one, but we'll do something on Saturday. Oh yeah, do one this Saturday leading up to the mint. That'll be fun. So maybe you can come on. I'll send you a link.
Okay. Awesome. All right. We'll have Jonah close us out.
All right, guys. Again, appreciate you guys so much for, giving us the value, giving us the in-deep detail on this project. If you guys don't know, you guys got to get in their Discord. I put all the description, their website, Twitter, Discord, all down below. Again, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you all that watches this. And that's another episode of Crypto Cliff Notes. We out. Peace.
Remember, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon, give him a sub.
There you go.
Heard him. Peace.